Saturday. I hope the mail comes really soon.
Okay, so we want to use adverbs correctly and adjectives correctly. So in
Sir,
that
I
first
cannot
sentence,
listen.
we want to use adverbs and
There's
adjectives correctly. So in that first sentence, um, it sure rained hard. Sure is the adverb we're supposed to use, but they used it like an adjective. And so we want to make sure we're using adverbs when we're supposed to use adverbs and adjectives when we're supposed to use adjectives. So now we're going to do think A right now.
I already understand.
Ooh, there's a bee next to me.
No.
All right, so we have the adjective.
And adverbs.
Adjective, which would be
Bad.
bad. Let's see.
Down is careful.
And the adverb. What is the adverb form of the adjective bad?
Badly.
Badly, very good. And now we have the adjective careful.
Careful is carefully. I'll write it.
I'm sorry, I didn't do that right.
Carefully. Carefully, mister.
Adjective, which would be
Careful.
careful. And the adverb form would be what?
Carefully. Carefully.
Carefully, very good. We have the, I'm sorry guys, the adjective. What is the adjective?
Easily. Easy.
Very good. It's easy because the adverb form is what?
Easily.
The other adjective is
Loud.
loud.
Is loud. Good job. And the adverb.
This is too easy, mister.
It's easy
Yeah.
now. Let's see if it gets harder. What is the adverb form?
Neatly.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake here.
Adjective, mister.
So the adverb is what?
Loudly.
The loud house, mister. The loud house.
Okay.
Now
In
need.
real, no.
We have
Neat, yes, neatly. And really.
Adverb form of that is what?
Neatly.
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 Now we have adjective.
It's real.
Really.
Mister.
Then the adverb form is what?
Really.
Really. Awful one.
Stead.
All right.
And
Stead, mister.
still.
And then the adjective for steadily would be what?
Still.
Nope.
Steadily.
Let's see if someone can figure it out.
Mister.
What'd you say, Sander?
Stead.
It's
Mister, you're doing so mistakes.
you're doing so many mistakes. Okay. You're missing something.
No.
Steadily. The adverb is
I
steadily.
miss there.
So what would the adverb form be?
Steady.
Steady. It's steady. S-T-E-A-D-Y, not steady, not stead. Steady is a word.
I do it.
Steady.
I want this.
So now we have the adverb form of the word. What's the adverb form of the word?
Steady.
Steadily.
And then we have the adjective, sure.
Sure.
And surely.
Adverb was
Surely, mister. Surely, mister. I can do that here. What are you doing?
I don't wanna be on my phone because I can't be.
Welcome to the mother way. I just wanna be stuck. Suddenly I had away all of my best friends. I think I pretended we want to choose. Na 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 na, so much is missing. So give us a reason. I know it's you. Na 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 na.
Real. This is a real bad feeling.
Mister, who are you seeing the Bible?
Hmm?
With 7th grade? Are you seeing Bible class?
I already had Bible class with them. Okay, think B.
Mister, I know the number 1 is real badly.
Okay, here, wait. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's read the instructions. Angel Peña, read the instructions for that.
Underline the correct adjective or adverb to complete the sentence. Some sentences have more than one answer.
All right, some sentences have more than one answer. Okay,
Like the
let's read
number
this.
1.
This is a day to be caught without an umbrella. So, day is the noun, okay? And we have real or really and bad and badly. So, we have a word that's going to describe the day. And words that describe nouns are what?
Ew.
Are they nouns, pronouns, adjectives, verbs? Words that describe nouns, what are they? Words that modify nouns, what are those?
Mom modifies day, mister.
What are they? Words that modify nouns.
I don't know.
Words that modify nouns?
Verb.
No, that's an action.
Pronoun.
That takes the place of a noun.
Adverb.
Something.
Adverb describes an adjective or other verb.
About who we are talking.
Listen very carefully. Words that describe or modify nouns.
Pronoun.
No, that takes the place of noun. It's not a noun, it's not a verb, it's not a pronoun, it's not an adverb. What's left?
Adjective.
Adjective, thank you.
Oh
So,
my God.
yeah, that was easy. And so, what are words that describe adjectives? What are they?
And noun.
No.
A adjective.
No.
Adverb.
Adverb. Okay, so we have an adverb and an adjective in the sentence.
Mister,
Yes, Carlos.
I can go to the bathroom. No.
You have to do that before you or after the class, man. Come on, we're in the middle of this. You're gonna miss this.
Okay. 4 minutes, Carlos.
So, this is a real bad day, or a real badly day, or really bad day.
Really bad.
Really bad. So we're gonna put underline really
Really
and
bad. They're born there so rudely.
Muchas ballenas.
On her ears.
Very well.
Carlos, go to the bathroom, mister.
there he did. Okay, the next one. It says the horn blared so loudly that Jessie covered her ears. Okay, so the word it's modifying is blared. Blared is a verb, and so words that modify verbs are what?
Loudly, mister.
It's loudly, and so that makes that word a what?
It's an
Adverb.
it's an adverb.
It's an adverb. Very good. So loudly is the one we're gonna underline.
The other, number 3, her dress was on neatly,
Needly.
but now looks
Needly.
quite wrinkled.
It's needly, mister.
So this word is modifying the dress. Okay, her dress, which makes it a noun. Noun is the word that's going to be modified here. So
Ethan is neat.
it's neat. Very good. It's an adjective. I'm going to underline neat.
Yeah.
That's soft.
Okay, now we are on number 4. Giancarlos, read it for me, bud.
It's a, the following rhyme song lulled me to sleep softly.
Okay, so
Softly.
it is softly. Why is it softly?
Because
We're gonna add a
is
following rhyme.
big. Why?
Why is it softly?
Because there's no.
What is
I
it
don't know,
modifying
mister.
an adjective or is it modifying a noun?
It's a modifying an adjective.
It is modifying an adjective. So we are going to underline softly.
Sure. Just already understand.
Does it make sense how to do this?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna do
That frog
one more and then we'll move on to the next page.
sure jump
Number 4,
quickly.
number 5. The frog
Sure.
jumped
Sure.
across
That
the
frog
finish line.
sure
Really?
jump quickly across the finish line. It's quickly, no, it's sure and quickly, mister.
Okay, so the word that's being modified is jumped. Is jumped a adjective, noun, pronoun, or a verb?
Jump is an adjective.
Jumped.
Yes.
Is it an action?
No.
Jumped is not an action.
It's an adverb.
No, jumped is an
It's
action.
a noun. It's a noun. It's a noun.
No, the frog is a noun.
Verb.
It's a verb. It's a verb because
It's a verb.
remember, verbs are actions.
Ay, yeah, mister. Don't be bad.
Oh, sorry. So jumped. All right. So if that sure and surely and quick and quickly are both modifying the same verb, words that modify verbs are what?
What, mister?
Both of them are modifying or changing the same word. So if they both modify or change the same word, they're both, and that word is a verb. Words that modify verbs are what?
Adverbs.
Adverbs. And so they're both an adverb. So we're gonna write what words?
Sure and quickly.
Surely. Is that the verb?
Surely, mister.
Uh-huh.
And quickly.
And quickly.
I already do the page 100, mister.
All right, we're gonna move on to page 101 now.
They look easy.
Okay. Carlos, what did you send me, bud?
Already finished?
All right, let's do 101, okay? So we have, Monse, read the instructions for think A. We're doing a review.
In the following sentence, other than the adjective, article, and adverb, the prepared to tell your teacher the word that each adjective and adverb modify. You need to tell us.
No, be prepared to tell your teacher, which means get ready to tell me. Okay? So let's do the first one, number 1.
I'm not ready.
It says, an unusually large crop has just been harvested. Okay. So instead of circling it, I'm gonna, actually I'll circle it. All right, so which are the adjectives in the sentence? We're gonna underline them.
I already finished page 100,
Okay.
mister.
We're on page 101 now. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you guys to pay attention. It says we're going to underline the adjectives and circle the adverbs. So what is the adjectives in the sentence?
Adjective, let me see.
Give me one.
Crop.
Crop is a noun.
You know,
The adjective.
sorry, mister.
Uh-huh.
Large.
Large is an
Large.
adjective.
Large, right, mister, is an adjective.
You know,
Yep.
actually, mister.
No,
Mister,
one more adjective. We're looking for an article. An article is an adjective.
Crop.
No.
No, wait.
And very good.
and
All right. Now we are going to circle
the adverb.
the adverbs.
Usually.
Usually.
Yeah, right, mister?
Uh-huh. And there's one more.
Has. Just.
Just.
Well,
All right.
yes, mister.
Now we're gonna say which words describe what. Unusually, what verb does that describe?
Usually.
Unusually. Which one is that modifying?
Large.
Large. So we're gonna draw an arrow there. And which one is this one describing?
Unusually.
And also,
This one's kind of
Unusually.
tricky. This one's doing crop. Okay.
to crop, mister?
Uh-huh. And large, which one does this one just modifying?
Large. To just.
No, large right here.
Large.
Large. A large what?
Usually.
No, because unusually is modifying large. Large is modifying what word?
Large harvest.
No, crop.
Large crop too, mister.
Yep, so we're gonna put it with this one. All right, has just been harvested. Okay, so just, this is strictly, just is modifying, it's an adverb, and has been harvested is the, why is this doing this? Just is modifying all of these words. So has been harvested is the verb phrase. And so just is modifying has, had been, and harvested, okay? I'm gonna come after whoever's trying to write on my screen. Okay?
Just ha.
Yeah, okay, the next one is usually
Our fruit trees produce abundantly.
Usually our fruit trees produce abundantly. All right, so we have 2 adjectives and 2 adverbs in the sentence.
Fruit, mister, fruit.
What are the 2
Look,
adjectives, adverbs? I'm sorry,
fruit and produce.
produce is a verb.
Fruit.
Produce is a verb.
Fruit and trees.
Trees. Fruit and trees.
All right, trees is a noun, but fruit is an adjective.
Mister. Our.
Our. Very good. All right, now that we have that, we are looking for our
Usually.
Our adverbs are usually and abundantly.
very good. Usually and abundantly are our two adverbs. And now we are gonna look at our fruit tree, our fruit. Which words do these two modify?
Fruit trees.
Usual fruit.
Are and fruit. These are two
Usually
adjectives.
fruit. Usually fruit.
Fruit produce. Fruit produce.
No. Usually our.
Time out. Time out right now, okay? This right here is the noun. Trees is a noun in the sentence. And remember, adjectives will only modify a noun. Or, okay? So if we have two adjectives here, which word is it modifying in this sentence?
Fruit trees.
Fruit trees. So fruit is going to modify trees, and our is going to modify what?
Fruit.
No, because fruit's an adjective, and our is
Produce. Produce.
Our trees.
Trees.
Our
Trees. Trees. Our
trees.
trees.
very good. Our and fruit's going to modify trees. Now we have two adverbs, and remember, adverbs will either modify other adverbs or adjectives, or verbs.
What, mister?
Usually produce.
No,
Yes,
abundantly. Abundantly produce.
and abundantly produce. So usually is an adverb that's modifying produce. They usually produce, because you can take out this part right here, and usually produce, and they abundantly produce. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do one more.
Mister, we don't need to do this with you. I don't
I want to do
understand.
it so you understand what's going on.
It's because I don't understand.
What? That doesn't make any sense. You said you don't need to do this with me because you understand, but then you just say you don't.
No, we did do this with you. Here say, look.
No, that's, yeah, but we're also doing classes from home, so it's a little different. All right, here we go. A brave deed should be loudly commended. All right, so we have two adjectives and one adverb. Who can tell me what the two adjectives are?
Should. No. Oh, yeah.
The adverb is
Should.
dev and commended. Commended.
I'm gonna give you a clue. Should be commended is the verb. Those three words is the verb.
Okay. A. Mr. A.
Uh-huh. What is that? Adverb or adjective?
Adjective.
Adjective.
Very good, because it's an article. Remember, a, and the are articles. Now, what's the next adjective?
Brave.
Brave. Very good.
A and what, Mister? And that.
Uh-huh. All right. We have one adverb here, and what is that one adverb?
B.
Be
Did-
shout.
Loudly.
Shout.
Loudly. Okay.
What? No, Mister, I don't understand.
Just understand.
You're looking for the adjectives and the adverbs. All right. Now, a brave, those two adjectives are describing what noun? Huh?
I don't understand.
What words do adjectives modify? want you to go back where we first talked about adjectives and tell me which words do adjectives modify.
Nouns and pronouns.
Nouns and pronouns. And so they're not going to modify a verb and they're not going to modify an adverb. So if we have two adjectives here, A and brave, we're only looking for a noun that it will modify. So which word is the noun in the sentence?
Mr. What modify a pronoun in a noun?
In a noun. Okay, so we're looking for one of those. So
Yeah,
it's
but
a brave what? A brave what?
commanded.
Commended is a verb.
A brave child.
That's a verb. You might
Dead.
not know what it is. Deed. It's an act. It's doing something. A brave deed. So we're gonna draw an arrow here because it's a brave deed.
Loudly commend.
Loudly is an adjective and it's loudly commended. But there's also, it's a verb phrase
True.
Child.
as well. And be is also part of the verb. So
B.
there you go. All right, let's do another one. You have. Read it for me, Angel Peña.
Mallard dogs are over. We need to underline the.
All right, let's start off with our adjectives. We're gonna underline our adjectives. Which one's an adjective here?
Ducks.
Ducks is a noun.
Mallard.
Correct.
The.
And because it's an article.
The.
All right, now are looking for adverbs. You see any adverbs?
Mr. Hammond is missing of the class.
Until I say it again.
Wait. Ducks.
Ducks is an adverb.
Sorry.
Sword means to fly. You got
Overhead. Overhead.
overhead.
Una familia de 10.
Okay, so let's start off with the mallard. These are two adjectives. Which word are they modifying?
The ducks and
Mallard dogs. Mallard dogs.
Mallard ducks. And the is the same thing. The arrow with it.
The dogs.
The ducks and the mallard ducks. And overhead is modifying what?
Sword. Overhead. Sword.
Sword. Very good.
The 5 is.
We'll give you 30 seconds to copy that down.
finish.
Finish.
Ten more seconds. And done. Okay. Let's do another one.
We are not going to do go back, right, mister?
Yeah.
But how is that? I don't understand.
You're gonna diagram it. It's easy. So
How?
watch, I'll show you. It's very, very simple once we have everything highlighted and underlined where it's supposed to go, okay? We're gonna do a couple more and then we'll be done. All right. Now we have number 5. The famous Alexandrian library was burned. Okay, so we have 3 adjectives in this sentence. What are the 3 adjectives?
The
Let's start off with our articles.
famous
Famous, because it was a famous library.
and burned.
Burned. You think that's an adjective?
Not too much.
Okay, so
Was
It's an adverb.
was is a verb.
no. Alex, no.
Libra.
Library.
Because it was the library, a famous library in the Alexandrian. That's like saying the Honduran library. The proper adjective.
Mister, let's do all these. Oh.
We don't have time for it. You're gonna have to learn to do it on your own, girlie. All right. Now do we have any adverbs in the sentence? Do we have any adverbs in the sentence?
Library.
Library is a noun.
Burned.
Burned is a verb.
Was.
is a helping verb. So is there any adjectives?
Was.
Was is a helping verb. What? Because it was burned. Is there any adjectives?
No.
No.
No adjectives. So we're gonna figure out these 3 adjectives. I'm sorry, adverbs. There's no adverbs. These 3 adjectives are modifying which word?
Library.
Library. Very good. So we're just gonna take these all to the library. Okay. We'll do one more, and then I'll help you with an example for the look back. Okay.
Isabel is an adjective. Quiet is an adverb.
Why is what an adjective? Okay, we have Isabel is quite cheerful. Isabel is the noun in the sentence. Is the verb. So we have quite and cheerful.
Isabel and quiet, Mister, is the adjective. Adjective.
What is the adjective in this sentence? Who can tell me? Quite and cheerful. Quite is describing this word, and cheerful is describing Isabel. And Isabel's are nouns, so words that describe our nouns are what?
Burned.
What would we say? Words that describe nouns are what? We just talked about it. Jadet, I want you to help me out here. Words that describe nouns, what are they?
Adverb.
Words that describe words that
No.
words that describe nouns are what?
Adjective.
Adjectives, very good. So cheerful would be an adjective. And words that modify adjectives are what?
Adverbs.
Adverbs, very good. So quite is modifying cheerful, so we're going to circle quite. Now we have these two, an adverb and an adjective. Cheerful is modifying which word?
Isabella.
Isabel quiet.
And Isabel's a noun, so noun's not going to modify anything. Verb's not going to modify anything.
Cheerful quiet, Mister.
Quiet is modifying which word?
Is.
Is a verb, so it's not modifying that one.
Cheerful.
Quiet, cheerful.
Okay? This way, like that. Okay? Okay? We did 6. That's about half. You're gonna do the rest on your own. I want everyone to turn on their camera and be paying attention very carefully. Everyone, turn on the camera. Be paying attention to what I'm about to show you. All right, look very, very carefully what we're gonna do. This is gonna be very easy to do the go back, to diagram everything, if you know how to do it. It's so easy, okay? We're gonna do number 5, okay? Actually, you know what, we'll do number 1, all right? So we had unusually, that was our adverb, and enlarge, which was our noun. I'm sorry, our adjectives. Unusually was modifying large. Large was modifying crop. And was modifying crop. And has just been harvested. Just was our adverb. And has been harvested was our verb. Okay? So once we have that, this is how we're going to diagram it, okay? So we're going to take our noun, which is right here, crop, and our verb. So we have crop and has
Mister, I cannot hear you.
harvested. Okay, yeah. Whoever is doing that, make sure you can mute yourself. Okay, we have crop and has been harvested, all right? We're not taking the adjectives and we're not taking the adverbs. The only thing we're doing is taking the noun and the verb. So our noun was crop and our verbs is has been harvested. So now that we have that, we are going to do our diagram right here. Whoops. Has been harvested, all right? What we're going to do is we're going to take our adjectives that are describing crop and we're going to put them underneath it. So it was N crop. I'm going to put A, N, and it was large crop. We're going to put large right here as well. Sorry, that's pretty bad. R, E, E. Okay. We're just taking one step at a time. So we started off with our nouns, which is crop, and we put it there, and has been harvested, and we put it there, because it's not an adjective or an adverb. Then we're going to take our adjectives, and we're going to put them under our noun, because that's what they're modifying. They modify nouns. Now we have an adverb that's modifying an adjective. So we're going to take that adverb, because it's modifying the adjective, and bring it off the side. We'll put unusually. I'm just going to write UNS for right now. So
Mister, we need to do that.
yes, you need to do this, but this is why it's going to be easy once you've finished doing all these arrows and circles and underlining. Once you have that, this will be so easy. You're just taking it from here, putting it down here. And is an adverb that is modifying these verbs, and we're just going to take it and put just. Okay? So this is how you're going to modify. This is how you're going to do it, okay? You're going to start off with the noun and verb like we normally do when we diagram. And our first noun was crop, and our verbs was has been harvested. So crop and has been harvested. Has been harvested. After we did that, we after we did that, we took our adjectives. Start with the adjectives first. So start with your noun, then your verbs, and then go with your adjectives, because adjectives are going to go below the noun. All right? And then afterwards, you're going to look at your verbs. Okay? Our first verb, or our first adverb, after we've done our adjectives, we're going to do our adverbs. Unusually was modifying a adjective. And so we're going to take that one and put it right here. It's not going to go over here because it wasn't modifying the verb. It was modifying an adjective. So we're going to put it off the adjective. And we looked at our last adverb, and we're going to put it underneath our verb because it was modifying our verb. So one more time. Start with your noun. Okay? We can do another one real fast, all right? We're going to actually clear all that. All right? We'll do this one right here, number 5, okay? It was library, famous, and the. All right? We're going to start off with our noun. What was our noun for this one? For number 5, what was our noun? What was the noun?
Library.
Library, very good. And what is the verb or verb phrase?
Was.
Is what? It was what?
Oh.
Was is a helping verb. It still is missing a verb. Which one is it?
Burn.
Burn, very good. So it was burn, okay? Now that we have our noun there and our verb there, we can start diagramming the other words. What's next? We have our noun, we have our verb. What's after that?
Mister, I didn't finish the first one.
It's okay. I'm explaining how to do it, all right? You'll be able to do it after this. So we have our noun, we have our verb. What is the next word we're gonna diagram? What type of speech? Adjectives or adverbs?
Adverb.
Nope, adjectives. What are the adjectives in this sentence?
The
Very good. We're just gonna put a T for this one.
Famous.
Famous
famous
and
Library.
no, libraries are noun.
Alexandrian.
Alexandrian. So we're gonna put the famous library, Alexandrian library. Okay. And then we will do, what will we do next? What's the last thing we diagram? Which one's the last one we diagram? We have our nouns, we have our verbs, we have our adjectives. What's last? What is the last one? Come on, what's the last one?
Library.
Parts of speech. We have library, that was our noun. Was burned was our verb. The famous Alexandrian, that was adjectives. What's last? What are we missing? What did we circle?
Born.
The famous Alexandrian.
Okay, look at, we have our nouns. We have our verbs. We have our adjectives. That was a bad adjective. What's
Using the adverb.
Adverbs, that was it. That's the last thing we do. So first we start with our nouns, then we start with our verbs, then we start with our adjectives, and adverbs will be last. Do we have any adverbs in the sentence?
No, we don't have.
You don't have to worry about it, okay? So that's it, all right? That's how you're gonna diagram and do all